Have you ever noticed that you're exhibiting a lot of control over areas of your life and it's actually making you more stressed out? And have you tried to let go but not sure how to do it? And it scares you that you might miss something, or your fears bubble up of different things: stability, love, attachment, money, health, whatnot, right? So today I want to kind of dissect that a little bit and share with you some of the tools that have worked for me to detach. And what we're really talking about here is the law of detachment for manifestation. And it's a very trustworthy law, and it can have profound effects. And I'm going to talk to you today about what that looks like, how to practice it, and different tools and tricks that I use that speed it up. So our ego loves control because it creates this illusion of safety. And we all want to feel safe. That's our human nature. We all want to feel taken care of, provided for, and loved. And the law of detachment really emphasizes controlling your ego's need to have what you want. So, for example, you put in an RFP for a project, or you want your kids to do something and they're not doing it and they're adults now. um, you can see that I'm relating to that one deeply. The law of detachment really is not being attached to the outcome and expecting amazing results regardless. So last year was kind of a tough year for me financially. I've been transitioning my businesses and my creative outlets, and during the transition it's always tough because the finances get a little wobbly. And but I kept hearing, get clear on what you want, get clear on what you want. So I kept saying, this is what I want, even though I could feel the wobble, in that desire. But just recently I went on a trip to Sedona, Arizona, and I had a few proposals out that were kind of lukewarm. I didn't know, because I'd had a lot of no's in the last year and things have been kind of tough. And I went on this hike, and I just felt really detached from my life. When you travel, that's kind of the benefit of traveling. You get out of your bubble and you're able to see new things and let go. It's kind of a forced let go. So one of the things that I would suggest for manually and speeding up the law of detachment is to book a trip. I know that seems counterintuitive when you're maybe in a wobbling situation, but I took this trip, and I've told people before, and I've experienced this before, where it seemed to be when I would go on a trip, I would get yeses on my proposals or yeses from projects. Things just moved, and I never really understood what that was, but there was definitely a pattern. It used to happen years ago too in my other business, where my business partner and I would go on a trip and we get a yes on the proposal and be like, yeah, high five, right? So I was in Sedona and I had a few proposals out, and I'm going to get gelato, just enjoying the pleasure of life, feeling just super enlightened by the environment and my family. And I get a text message saying, congratulations, they just accepted your estimate. And it was the first giant commission that I've been hired for my artwork. And it was exhilarating. I think I skipped out of the gelato restaurant and high-fived my sister. She's like, is that good gelato? She's like, I thought it maybe something was else. But I did get that contract, and I'm still absorbing the wow factor of that. But also, I wasn't surprised that I got it while I was traveling. So it really fosters inner peace to let go of the outcome, and it's not meaning no action. It means you put things in the hopper, you seed things, you go after things still. But then the second part of going after things is you do detach. Like even yesterday, I applied for certain things online, and then you put to bed. Okay, I put the seed out there, and you see what happens. And in my opinion, if the energy aligns with both parties of a certain agreement, then and the universe kind of works in your favor, your vibration is high, and you're not expecting a yes, it works. Or you're expecting the yes in a way that's like detached from needing it, is a better way of saying it. So letting go isn't really giving up. Like I said, you're still putting energy out there, you're still doing output. It's really about just easing the flow of energy so that you don't have blocks. As we tighten everything. We tighten our energy, our bodies, our expectations, our need for control. And really what letting go is making room, letting it breathe, move your body. I just started a new workout routine where there's a little bit of dance in it and moving. And I just realized it wasn't about working out, it was about moving energy. I just feel so much better when I'm moving the energy instead of being right up here or even here. And so part of that is just freeing up these blocks that we create in our own vessels, right? So allowing is a real active skill. It's not passive. I also meditate on trying on how it feels to receive that. So another trick to getting what you want is already pretending in a way that it's yours. So I imagined going into my art studio. I imagined going to buy the supplies. I imagined going in there and the feeling of excitement to be able to get paid to do what I love. And this allowing and trying on the scenario, I think also tells the universe that, hey, we're already doing it, so you better behave and give me what I want, right? um, and so that is another trick, is when you're meditating, just really and if you're a very imaginative person, then you already have a step up in that direction, because visualization is such a creative tool of manifestation. The other thing I wanted to talk about is letting go in your relationships. I'm in a new relationship, and part of the flow of that has been building trust and someone new. I've kind of gotten to this point where I assume goodness, I assume trust, I assume communication, and I don't grip to the fears of my past or things that I've experienced in the past, which are still there, but I see them and I'm like, okay, hi, thanks, bye. And I just pretend in a way. I assume trust, I assume goodness, and it's been working really, really well, because I then come to the relationship as a calm and loving individual, which is very attractive for the other person, because it's a safe place for them and they're not, oh, she doesn't trust me, and oh, she has questions, right? So just being this loving presence, it's just a better way of moving through the world, especially at midlife. And we've all been fear grippers and controlling people at some points in our lives, even if it's just controlling your environment, and that's okay too. But I do that. I have a messy situation with an animal right now, and it's driving me crazy. And that's my need for control in my environment to create peace in me. So I'm struggling with that. But when you stop gripping, life moves faster. So it's interesting. In a matter of a week, I got laid off from a project, and I cried all day. And I was that control, the security was there, and then turn around, and I had 3 new opportunities. So sometimes the universe can work really fast when you just let go, or it removes something for you. In that case, it did for me. Regardless of that I wanted it to be removed, it removed it for me. And sometimes when we're holding on too strongly, the universe will do that for you. It'll just either create some kind of chaos so that you manually let go. It'll remove something or someone from your life, and it can be painful, right? So the key is to just breathe energy around your life. Not only are you going to feel better in the process, it's almost surreal. You're moving through life kind of trusting and caring, and it feels uncomfortable at first, because I was so used to managing and project managing and lists and vision boards. And in the last 6 months, I've just really learned how to trust that, life is working out for me. It gets better and better. And if you stick to that, it will benefit some results. It might take some time. The second thing about letting go is making sure that you create some kind of a vision circle that you write down at the beginning of the year. I call it a focus wheel. And then you write it down, and then you let it go. You revisit it, and then you let it go. You look at it, and then you let it go. So this really helps me, because at the end of the year, I can see that most things in my focus wheel have become true without really much effort. It's just that I intended I put them in my focus wheel. And I didn't just like grip onto them. I'm just like, oh, a supportive and loving partner. That would be nice. Put that in my focus wheel. And 6 months later, he appeared. So you never know what's going to happen. The thing that didn't happen on my focus wheel was have a house in the tropics. But hey, I was dreaming big. It still might happen, right? Might just be in another year. Because once you write it down, it's surprising how much the universe gives you what you want. And maybe not in the way you think. Maybe it's not you buying the house in the tropics. Maybe it's you trading the house in the tropics with your house, or just vacation. Sometimes it just appears in a different way than you expected it to. And if you have a ton of cards against you right now, just stay in faith, stay in trust, keep meditating, keep writing it down, keep getting clear about what that looks like for you, keep visioning what it feels like that you already have it, and then let it go. Go for a walk, go on a trip, switch houses, do something where your environment changes and you're not pressed on thinking about that anymore, because that really helps. If you're in a season of unclearness, of control, of scarcity mindset, of fear, then try these things on and see what happens. Give it 6 months, give it 3 months, give it a little bit of time to practice it and find out where in your body where you're holding. It could be your shoulders, it could be your gut, it could be your brow, it could be anything. For me, it's my jaw, and it happens at night, which is frustrating because it's so unconscious. But I just get in there and I grip my mouth all night, which is fun. And, so we all do it. There's no shame in gripping or trying to control things. We're wired to do that for safety, but try to do the other one. Just try it on and see what happens. Namaste.